If you're in your 20s and you feel lost, overwhelmed, or like life isn't clicking yet, trust me, you're not alone and you're not behind. Your 20s are a wild ride. The highs, the lows, moments of self-doubt, and unexpected breakthroughs. It's messy, confusing, and honestly, it's beautiful. If you take care of yourself, stay focused, and embrace the journey, you'll come out stronger than you could ever imagine. You did it. You believed in yourself when it felt impossible. Those sleepless nights and sacrifices, they weren't for nothing. Your follow-through is paying off, and you're living a life you once only dreamed of. You love it. Keep going. Stop stressing and you'll be okay. Hey there, welcome back to the channel, or welcome. I'm Mar, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I want to talk about navigating your 20s. Some lessons that I wish I would have learned earlier on. The mistakes I made and the mindset shifts that made all the difference. There was a love-hate relationship with my 20s. There were so many ups and downs, days that I felt discouraged, nights that I just wanted to quit, and times where nothing seemed to click. It's a season full of starting and stopping, figuring things out and questioning yourself. That's why I'm making this video, to share what I've learned through my own journey. Imperfect but transformative journey. I am not claiming to have all of the answers, but I know that these lessons could make your 20s feel a little lighter, a little clearer, and a little more meaningful. Now, if you want to watch part 1 to this series, you can check it out right here. It's called No One Talks About These Tips for Women in Their 20s. I got so much love on it, so I'll let you watch that after this video. I'll leave today's timestamps right over here. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, the first one is, in my 20s, I thought it was good. I was active, I was going to the gym, and I had always been a skinny girl. I told myself, I'm in shape, I'm healthy, I can eat whatever I want, but that couldn't be further from the truth. I wasn't truly paying attention to what I was putting in my body. Working corporate hours, too tired to cook, I'd grab takeout and live off of snacks. And if you know New York City, you know there's a bodega on every corner. And sometimes snacks were literally my only meal. And it wasn't until I hit like my mid-20s where I started realizing, and I started to take my health seriously, working out, getting a trainer, and now currently I'm doing yoga and Pilates and eating better. Thankfully, I made changes before anything bad happened, before I came across a disease. But of course, I wish I would have started much earlier, because your 20s are not just about chasing hustle, and goals. They're also about setting the foundation for your body, your mind, and your mental health. I learned that working out isn't just about looking good. It's therapy, it's structure, it's discipline. Once I started my days with a workout, everything else started to click. My mindset shifted, my energy improved, my life felt back on track. And here's one thing that I want to leave you with. An hour workout is only 4% of your day. So you have no excuses. Your mental, physical, and emotional state depends on it. So if you are in your 20s right now, take care of your body like it's your biggest asset, because it is. Your future self will thank you. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, and I wouldn't say that I learned this too late, because it's something that I discovered much earlier in my 20s, and if anything, at 20, and that is that I hate to break it to you, but your job doesn't care about you. No matter how hard you work, how loyal you are, you're replaceable to these people. Now, I want to explain. And as I mentioned, this hit me at around 20 or 21. I looked around at coworkers and senior reps that were giving 10, 15, 20 years of their life to a company, only to get fired, replaced, or forgotten. That's when I realized being the perfect employee doesn't protect you. Your employer doesn't care about you. They care about their bottom line. And I'm not saying to quit your job tomorrow. What I'm saying is to not get too comfortable. Have a plan. Build your exit strategy. Because when it's no longer convenient to keep you, you're gone. And I've had many jobs in office settings, but I always had this inner knowing, this is not what I'm meant for. If I'm not doing something creative, something that lights me up, I lose my spark. But when I'm aligned, I'm 125% in. I go all in. I want to share with you a story. It's a friend, and he worked for a design company. This company brought in $1 million deals. My friend, who managed an entire team and was loved by the clients, he even had a good relationship with the owner of the company. He crushed his goals, over-delivered, stayed long hours. You'd think that he was set, right? Wrong. They fired him. Why? Because he became too likable. Clients started trusting him more than the actual company owner, and that threatened threatened in some way the owner's ego. So they let him go for overperforming. Not for underperforming, but for being too good at his job. If that's not proof that you're disposable, I don't know what is. Jobs aren't your family. You might be everyone's favorite at work, but I can tell you this. If they can replace you with someone at a lower rate salary, they will. And if you feel stuck, miserable, uninspired, I want you to know this. You can change your life. You don't have to settle. Take that bet on yourself, even if it means to start small. And starting over in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, it's okay. Going back to school, continuing to expand your knowledge is good too. So don't beat yourself up about it. I'd rather be a minimalist doing something that I love than being at a job that's miserable and draining the soul out of me. And yes, the struggle can be real. In the moment, becoming a minimalist with a small budget isn't easy because you want this or because you want that. You want to take that trip, you want to buy that coffee, but waking up with a purpose, that's priceless. So here's your sign. Take the risk, make the plan, start now before your comfort zone becomes your prison. It's okay to believe in yourself. And it's okay if you're the only one that sees your vision. That is why it was given to you. The next thing that I want to dive into that ties back into what I just spoke about is taking the risk, especially while you're young. You have no commitments. Maybe you don't even have kids or are in a relationship yet. Because let me put it like this. If you're already struggling, why not struggle for something that could change your life? One of the biggest pieces of advice that I can give you, especially in your 20s, is taking the risk early. I'm the kind of person who would pack up and move to a completely new state with only maybe even $100 in my pocket if I believed in that opportunity. Have I done it before? Yes. When I moved across the country, twice. Did it always work out perfectly? Of course not. But that's the beauty of it. You don't need every risk to work out. You just need one to change everything. And if you think about it, if you're already working 2 jobs and barely making it, why not take that same energy and invest it into building something of your own? And again, personally, I would rather live a minimalist lifestyle. If that means chasing something that's mine, then stuck at a job that I don't like, struggling to stay afloat. At least when you bet on yourself, that's potential. There's purpose, there's hope. So if that's something that you've been wanting to do, a dream that you've been sitting on, a city that you've been thinking of wanting to move to, or thinking about going back to school to get that master's or PhD, a project that you keep putting off, take that leap. You never know what could come from it. Even if you fail, let me tell you this, even if you fail, you'll learn something. But if it works, listen, if it works, it might just change your entire life. If there's one lesson that I had to learn the hard way in my 20s, is to save that money and protect your credit like your peace depends on it, because it does. I used to think if I spend it now, I'll make it right back. And yes, I personally have always had that hustle mentality since I was young. But that mindset, it kept me broke because I was not financially literate. Every time that I made money, I spent it just as fast, basically burning a hole in my pocket. And over time, it caught up with me. And entrepreneurship is one where you have to be disciplined with your money, with your finances especially, because you might be making 10, 20, 30K in 1 month and then go 4 months without nothing. If you're not managing your money during the highs, you're going to suffer in the lows. And don't even get me started with credit. I was getting a new credit card because of the coupon code left and right, which led me to just buying here, buying there, living beyond my means. I didn't realize that credit isn't just for big purchases. It's your security blanket. When emergencies hit, when income slows down, good credit gives you options. Bad credit will leave you vulnerable. And it took me some time to be disciplined with my credit. And I can tell you at the time, I was chasing the high of feeling successful. And I do know now that I was living beyond my means at the time. And it cost me my peace. So here's what I learned the hard way that I hope that you learn now. Save consistently, even when money is flowing. Build your credit responsibly. Don't buy something if you can't buy it 3 times. Live within your means. Invest in assets that grow. Become financially literate. Learn about it. Stop trying to impress people who aren't paying your bills. A strong financial foundation gives you the freedom, option, peace of mind, and opens doors that you don't even see yet. So take it from me, start managing your money now. Your future self will thank you. If you're in your 20s and you feel behind by what you see online, let me stop you right there. Comparison will crush your spirit faster than failure ever could. I used to scroll social media and would feel sick about it. I'd see 18-year-olds with 6 figures, 21-year-old girls getting the brand deals with makeup brands, living in their dream apartment, luxury vacations. Meanwhile, I was sitting in my cubicle like, when is it gonna be my time? Nothing in my life was clicking in the way I thought it would. What I didn't realize at the time, everything that you see online is a highlight reel. Yes, some of those people are making money, but a lot of them, they're battling things that you may not even know about. Stress, anxiety, burnout, loneliness, and comparison kills gratitude. And when you feel like you're not enough because you're not there yet, you block yourself from recognizing where you're actually growing. Your timeline is yours. What's meant for you already exists. Instead of comparing, try this. Let that thing inspire you, not pressure you. Let it motivate you, not paralyze you. Your path is going to look different, and that's okay. Just make sure that when your moment comes, you're ready. So stop rushing, stop thinking that you're behind. You're not late, you're right on time. And what is for you won't miss you. This is one of the biggest ones that I really want you to know. Being alone doesn't mean that you're lost. It means that you're growing. And honestly, it's one of the best things that you could do for yourself. In my 20s, I used to think that I had to be around other people, partner, friends, family, constant connections, and I would fear being alone. But now that I'm in my 30s, I realize how powerful solitude actually is. Peace is addictive. And when you finally get some, protect it. When you're alone, you actually get to meet yourself. You learn what you like, what you don't like, what inspires you. You get time to think, reflect, and grow, and pour into your goals. You get to stop performing. You get to stop people pleasing. You finally start building you. And I even used to think going out alone was weird. Like, who goes to eat by themselves? Who takes solo trips? Who goes to the movies alone? Now I do, and I love it. Even if you're in a relationship, even if you're a mom like myself, take yourself out. Treat yourself the way you want others to treat you. I used to wait on people for plans, for trips, for progress. Now I say, if they can't go, I'm going anyways. I'm not missing out on life because someone else can't come with me. The sooner you stop depending on people for your joy and validation, the sooner you'll find peace. And here's a video that expands on that. Being alone doesn't mean that you're lonely. It means you're giving yourself space to grow, to become. And that's where real self-love begins. So it's okay to be alone. In fact, it's beautiful. And this one might be just one of my favorites as well. This right here is non-negotiable. You have to be teachable. One of the most important lessons that I learned and keep learning even now in my 30s is to stay open, to be teachable. I tell myself, I am a student of life. You have to surround yourself with people who inspire you, push you, and challenge you to grow, not just people who make you comfortable. And as they say, you are who you hang out with. If your circle doesn't stretch you, doesn't expand your vessel, it's shrinking you. And listen, being teachable means being okay with failing. In your 20s, you're going to mess up a lot, but failure isn't the end. It's the feedback. Every L is either a lesson or leverage. I've failed so many times, and looking back, I am so grateful for it because every time that I failed, I came back with more clarity and more strength. Being teachable also means being able to take constructive criticism without getting defensive. And that is a tough pill to swallow, but it is essential. No matter how successful you get, there's always room to grow, always room to improve. Stay humble, staying curious, activating that student mode. That's the real key in leveling up in life, over and over again. I hope this video helped you even just a little bit. And if you haven't watched the first one, I'll leave it right over here for you. And if you're new to this channel and if this was your type of vibe, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss another video. And also, I want you to go ahead and let me know in the comments down below of something that you also wish that you would have been told in your 20s that maybe I haven't mentioned here. And if you haven't checked out my reset program, this is for the woman who wants to break free from her old patterns and finally start creating her reality intentionally. Inside, I'll walk you through my reset method, the same process that has helped women completely shift their emotional baseline, reprogram their subconscious, and finally attract everything that they have always desired. This sounds like something you've been searching for? Click the link in the description where it says reset program, and you can read more about it. I drop new videos every single week on self-improvement, manifestation, and emotional mastery. So hit the subscribe button, and remember, no matter where you are in your journey, keep growing, keep learning. You're never too good to be teachable. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!